But I want to welcome each and every one of you to a very exciting night for the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Not only is it the 95th awards evening, but tonight we've added some star power. We've added some local entertainment, which I know you're going to enjoy. My name is Ken Bartels. I'm Senior Vice President and Director of the Community Bank of Elmhurst, and I am delighted to serve as your MC, which is sort of a semi-maitre d' deal with the speakers. And I think it's going to be a wonderful program because, as I said, we have recognition of service and accomplishment to the Chamber, and we have recognition of talent and great ability within our community. I also think that in advance of another major potential snowstorm, I think it's really good that we're at a hotel, just in case. But I understand that it's not supposed to come down really heavy for a while yet, or something to that effect. The Elmhurst Chamber is noted throughout the Midwest as one of special elements. And before I introduce John Quigley, I would ask that you all take a moment and rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Throughout the Midwest, the Elmhurst Chamber is recognized for special elements: strong membership, active participation, excellent networking, strong and mutually beneficial relationships between business and personal that lead to great accomplishment and a superior reputation. While much of the Chamber's success is due to its members and its membership, the other way to achieve success is with a superior staff. And our first invited guest to the podium this evening is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. John Quigley.
Thank you for that lukewarm applause. By the way, I need to tell you, I've already reserved the 2-floor suite at the hotel for tonight. So you can get a room at the end of the hall. I've got the nice one. While you have already partaken of some great food and everything, I still need to do the invocation before I deliver my State of the Chamber address. So you can stay where you're at, just bow your heads a little bit. As we gather tonight to celebrate all of what is best in our chamber and the Elmhurst business community, let us offer a prayer of thanks to those who paved the way for all of our successes. Let us remember those who serve and protect us here and abroad on a daily basis. And let us not forget those less fortunate than us, that we may not have to travel their path. Amen. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure, 2 times in a week, I get to do a State of our Chamber address, since we preceded this event with the State of our City address, hosted by Community Bank of Elmhurst. And I'd like you to give Elmhurst Mayor Steve Morley, who's in our audience tonight, a great round of applause. Steve, you did a terrific job at our State of our City. And you'll be able to view this event and the State of our City on Elmhurst, Our Kind of Town. ElmhurstTV.org is where you can see it. It will also air throughout February, both events, on Channel 6 of Comcast and Channel 99 of AT&T UVerse. And we thank our friends at Elmhurst, Our Kind of Town, for repeatedly answering our call to come out and cover our major events. First, I'd like to thank you for joining us for the Chamber's 95th Annual Awards and Talent Showcase. And let me take a few minutes now to talk to you about the state of our chamber. I'm happy to report that in 2013, our chamber accomplished much of which we can be proud. With some 600 members, the Elmhurst Chamber ranks as DuPage County's third largest chamber. This past year, our chamber welcomed more than 70 businesses and not-for-profits as new members, while another 15 businesses wisely reactivated their memberships with us. For the third year in a row, our chamber teamed up with the city of Elmhurst on Got It in Elmhurst, a unique shop local informational campaign. And since that campaign began, annual tax revenue in Elmhurst from both retail sales and food and beverage sales have exceeded projections and left the city with unexpected fiscal surpluses at each of those year ends. Yes, give that a nice round of applause. Our chamber also supported the city's establishment of Tax Increment Financing District 4 for North York Street corridor and the parking deck proposed on Addison Street in downtown Elmhurst. After 4 years of a mutually beneficial relationship as tenant and landlord, our chamber parted company with the city in anticipation of the long-delayed Hahn Street redevelopment project in downtown Elmhurst, which includes our former office space in the Hahn Medical Building. Congratulations to chamber member Morningside Group on being rechosen as the development partner for that project. Give Morningside a good round of applause. I also want to thank the DeForest family for so warmly welcoming our chamber as a new tenant in its office building at 300A West Lake Street. During my 15 years as president and CEO, really 15 years, woo, the chamber has moved from the Hanson and Hempel building on Maple Street. How many of you remember that? Wow, I didn't know Hanson and Hempel building was that popular with us. Then we moved to the old Press Publications building on Adele Place. I'll wait for the applause. To the Hahn Medical Building on North York Street. I expected the city people to at least applaud for that. And now to the DeForest Building. Each move we made was a proactive rather than a reactive move and calculated to meet our organizational needs. Our 5-year lease with the DeForest people will take us through the chamber's 100th anniversary in 2018. Applaud for the 100th anniversary. And we have an option for another 5 years, so chances are good that I can retire without having to relocate a 4th time. So. I'm not sure if that was about relocating a 4th time or me retiring. And frankly, if it was for me retiring, I will join you in that applause. Our chamber continued to work with the Illinois Chamber of Commerce on business legislative issues in front of the Illinois General Assembly. And in fact, representatives of our Governmental Affairs Committee will travel to Springfield on February 4 for the Illinois Chamber of Commerce and Illinois Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives annual legislative summit, where we'll look at the legislative issues facing the state in 2014. During 2013, we participated in multi-chamber events such as a Passport to Success, our Business to Business Expo, an Economic Outlook Luncheon featuring senior economist William Strauss of the Federal Reserve Bank in Chicago in February. This year, that's coming up on February 27. You'll want to attend that. And the March Luncheon with School of Rock CEO Chris Catalano. This year, that luncheon will feature Jeannie of Lou Malnato's Pizza. Lou Malnati's Pizza. Jeannie is a co-founder. She will be delivering that address. Our chamber also continued the use of our website and social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to share the latest news and information about us and our members to a wider audience of tech-savvy consumers. All right, folks, How many of you like us on Facebook? No, don't give me the applause. Put your hands up. And if your hands aren't up, by next Monday, you need to be liking us on Facebook. We're just under 500 likes, and we want to crack that by the end of day Monday. We have nearly 700 followers on Twitter. So if you're not following us on Twitter, do that as well. And then this year, at no cost to our members, no cost, their website and database services were upgraded, and we unveiled our mobile web page. Yes, m.elmhurstchamber.org. Would you thank past chair Jennifer Speaker for all her work on getting that up and operating? By the way, in case you haven't noticed, Jennifer is with child again. Yeah, there you go. Her first was born during a board meeting that Jennifer had to leave. We're hoping that Jennifer's tenure as a director will end before number 2 comes along. So, and by the way, our current board chair and following female board chairs, you are not required to give birth during your tenure as a board chair. Yeah. Be happy. Yeah. What a perfect segue, because for the first time in chamber history, one of our former Elmhurst College Job Path Program student interns, my first student hiree, was elected to chair our board of directors in 2014. Boy, I thought at least she and her husband would applaud. While the chamber has elected only 8 female board chairs in our 95-year history, all of them since 1982, I am most proud to say that Julie Miller is the 6th female board chair during my tenure as president and CEO. Preceding Julie as board chairs, can you remember them all? Virginia Ginny Harmon was the first in 1982. Nancy Phillips followed in 1988. During my tenure, Gloria Duarte in 1999, Kathy Bukowski in 2013, Dare Messina in 2006, Deborah Klosterman Catalano in 2007, and Jennifer Speaker in 2013. And we have Dee Longfellow in the pipeline, hopefully for a year after Julie's. Yep. And finally, I want to thank Paul Cook for his leadership as the board chair, keeping our chamber on its mission in a year of great transition. Lastly, certainly not least, I thank every one of you for your continued and constant support of the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry, of my staff, and of my presidency. Thank you very much.
John forgot to give me the cue cards once again for the applause, but he does such a good job in bringing his own applause with him that probably not necessary, but it's a thought. We'll make a note. At this time, a man of leadership and volunteerism, community involvement, and great character, his year at the helm of the Chamber of Commerce was one of achievement and positive movement in many, many directions, several of which John has already outlined. But please welcome and thank Paul Cook of Larry Roche Chrysler Jeep Dodge, the outgoing chairman of the board.
Well, thank you. Please bear with me. As much as I don't mind doing this, I'm actually uncomfortable. And it doesn't help that a few minutes ago my wife said, "You are beet red. What's wrong with you?" And then I went over to the on-deck circle there, and I was getting my phone ready for my words. And John said, "You're using that? The last guy I saw that used that failed miserably." And so now I can't remember my passcode. But I truly do thank all of you. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time serving as chairman and feel honored to have been given the opportunity. For those of you that don't know, I'm the operating partner and general manager of Larry Roche Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram here in Elmhurst. We've been in business for over 90 years, and I've been there for over 26 years. The dealership was a member of the Chamber long before I got there, and I quickly saw the benefits of the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is the voice of business in Elmhurst. As a local business, we very much appreciate the unified representation it provides us. As a company that relies heavily on marketing, we truly value the marketing and promotional opportunities provided by the Chamber. All the website services, the directory, and the many networking and promotional events held throughout the year. The Chamber has been and will always be our business partner in Elmhurst. Thank you for that, and for all your support and involvement that make the Chamber of Commerce and Industry the backbone of Elmhurst's business community. I wish you all the best for the coming year. I know it'll be a great year with Julie and John at the helm, and I know that will happen. So thanks again.
As I just told Paul, I said, you're going to be right back up, so don't go too far away. Because there's a presentation to Paul as well, and to do that, we're delighted to have the current chairman of the board to join us on the stage, Julie Miller-Sheehan of Patrick Sheehan and Associates, to make a presentation and a few remarks. Julie.
Good evening. I do want to say welcome, everyone, and thank you for your attendance tonight. I also do want to say thank you to Paul Cook for a very productive year and fine leadership. Paul has excellent leadership skills, including being a very good listener, assessing the situation, and setting the appropriate course of action. Thank you again for your time and your leadership. And I also will note that Paul will serve as past chairman of the board, and I hope he continues to answer the phone every time I call. I would also like to introduce my executive board. We will start with Dee Longfellow. Please rise and be acknowledged. Dee is serving as first vice chair and works for Elmhurst Independent Newspapers. Next, we have our second vice chair, Mike Himmis of SBT Bank. And of course, our newly appointed treasurer, Charity Algrim of Community Bank of Elmhurst. I know that our board of directors will be recognized later, but I do thank you all in advance. As an intern at the Chamber of Commerce in 2000, I was awed by the group of people who served on the board of directors. They convened in the boardroom at Hansen and Hempel the second Tuesday of every month. Back then, before Chamber Master and most email, we had to prepare the board of directors packets for mailing 1 week in advance, and then the day before was spent carefully placing the board of directors packets in front of everyone's name placards and setting everything up so that everything was ready at 7:30 in the morning. And of course, Barb Savage always had the pot of coffee ready. These important people would file past me and then conduct their business, and then around 9 or 9:30, file past me again, and then go on with their daily lives and leading their own businesses. And I thought, wow, those people, they really know what's going on. They are very important business leaders in our community. Little did I know that when I became a member of the board of directors in 2007, that what really happened inside that boardroom. It was a lot of swinging from the vines on trees and a lot of wah, 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 wah. No, really. Now I am honored to be among the best that this great city has to offer. The Chamber has many exciting things coming up this year, including the revitalization of our annual awards gala, which is tonight, so don't expect another one in 2014. We also have a refreshment of our Business to Business Expo, and lastly, the rejuvenation of our steak fry, which may actually be a pig roast in June, tentatively. We continue to expand our online presence, again with the Chamber Master Program, and through Facebook and Twitter. As John earlier said, please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We know who follows us, and we know who likes us. And we know who doesn't. I'm keeping notes. And lastly, I would like to say that through my work with the Elmhurst JCs, especially in the 10 years of chairing the Distinguished Service Award banquet, I have learned many things. But one thing that I haven't learned, but rather is a feeling that has deepened with my years at the Chamber, is what a tremendous city that we do have in Elmhurst. My predecessor, Paul Cook, calls it his own little Mayberry. I call it my new hometown. The symbiotic relationship between our local government and this community and the business community is surpassed by none. I would also like to give a heartfelt thanks to our City of Elmhurst government for their attendance tonight and for their dedication and assistance with the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce. And I also give a very great thank you to my wonderful husband for his constant motivation and love. I would like to give a cheers and applause to our chamber plans for 2014, including no more chairman babies. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You broke it.
The last of my duties tonight are to give Paul Cook his well-deserved gavel.
Give Julie a nice round of applause. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you there's a second Job Path student intern on his way to board chair, and that would be second Vice Chair Mike Himmis. Give Mike a nice round of applause. I'll tell you, those Job Path student interns are great. Hire them away from me whenever you can, but just make sure you let them stay involved in the chamber. We really appreciate that. I am up here. We have 3 outgoing director plaques to award, and there's been kind of a common theme with these 3. They've either already been mentioned or will be honored later in our program. But we have 3 outgoing directors who had finished their terms with us, and I would like to call each of the 3 directors up to receive their awards plaques at this time. Would you welcome from Predictive Personal Assets, Dave McCaffrey, from Dependable Business Forms, John Zawoski, and from Community Bank of Elmhurst, Charity Algrom. And I know you're saying, but John, Charity just got announced as being the treasurer. Well, Charity actually completed her 2 terms as an elected director and left the board. And then the board And Julie Miller nominated her as the treasurer, and that was approved by the board, and so there was an exception to that, and we got Charity back. So she gets a plaque, and then she'll be getting a plaque later again. So give our directors a nice, get in here for a nice photo op, Paul. Show us your plaques. Come on. Give them a nice round of applause. Boy, I hope you're all more interesting later in the program. Ken.
We promised you, we'll have School of Rock take the stage if they will. We promised you entertainment education, whatever. We promised you entertainment with educational roots, which is the School of Rock. Launched in Elmhurst in 2012 and located in that former chamber building at First and Maple, the School of Rock has joined the community with its special brand of talent, instruction, and promotion. As our first talent showcase performance of the night, please welcome from School of Rock, Natalie Burge, General Manager, and Lenny Vertucci, the Music Director. School of Rock.
We're not gonna get too wild on you, but we'll do a little something, something. Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? Hope you didn't catch his hand. Hope you found the right man who will fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? Hope you didn't pay that fine. You were dodging all the time. You still busy? Come home, well, my body's been a mess. Now miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess. Now miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you on over. Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. 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 Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Thank you. Thank you so much for having us tonight. It's our first time here, and we're very excited to be here. If you know kids who want to rock and they want to learn some Led Zeppelin and some Pink Floyd and some Janis Joplin and the Beatles and the blues and country and keep themselves, one, occupied, and two, inspired, and three, become absolutely incredible at something that is so valuable for every single aspect of their life. School of Rock is right across from the YMCA. My name is Natalie. Come by and stop by.
One more round of applause for School of Rock, our first presenters. Now, John and Paul, minus George and Ringo, return to the stage for this year's prestigious Chairman's Award. Gentlemen.
Back to the phone. I think it's one of the ironies of life. I didn't realize I wanted to be a rock star until I lost my hair. It's true, right?
Where'd you lose it?
Anyway, so tonight we acknowledge Dave McCaffrey. We acknowledge Dave for his service to the chamber and the community. Dave was the voice of encouragement and reason this past year. His years of corporate experience, and more recently the experience of running a small, successful business, guided the board through many significant decisions.
Who's calling him?
Scott Levin is calling me.
I purposely didn't call him Scott, but I knew you would. Yeah.
This was a serious moment. Yeah. Dave, Scott apologizes.
Yeah. It's okay. Nobody would call Scott.
Just for that, I'm going to start over. No.
Everybody, call Paul.
No. So you guided us through some important decisions and all that other stuff. Were it not for Dave, we may have had a marketing campaign revolving around the concept of WTF, which is not a good thing.
Working together for.
Right? Right. Anyway, we don't. Thank you. Where am I here on this phone? This is a bad idea.
I told you it was a bad idea. Yeah. Yes, Scott. Yes, Scott. He's almost done. Yes.
So, while Dave guided the board with his wisdom, he also guided me with his skills as an experienced manager and professional, and most importantly, as a gentleman and a man of character. Dave, thank you. Come on up.
Thank you. Can I get your phone number?
He only gives that out to special people.
Is that special?
Yeah.
people? There you go.
Oh, no, you get the middle. You get the middle
Okay.
spot.
All
Yeah.
right.
Perfect.
All right. You want to hold that one?
Yeah. Well, the young guy is the techie, okay? I'm kind of old, but this doesn't fail too often. Paul, thank you for your kind words. It's wonderful to be with everyone tonight. At this time, I'd like to thank all of the people from the Chamber, particularly the staff, as well as the rest of the members that have gotten together to put on this first event of this brand new year. It's a testimony to the efforts that a small group of people can work hard together and create a very successful event. As usual, it's another successful event, which means the bar has been raised again. No, John, not that bar. You'll still be able to reach it, no problem. Next, thanks obviously to go out to our past chairman, Paul, for nominating me to receive this award. Quite honestly, I'm not sure what I did to or for Paul to receive this over the other 600 members in the chamber, but I'm not going to ask tonight for sure. Finally, thanks need to go to my wife, Rita. She's been with me every step of the way for 47 years. We've lived all over the country, including Florida and Arizona. We've moved 9 times before landing here in Chicagoland. We're fond of saying that we really love the Midwest because it has seasons. Right now, we're ready to move on to spring as soon as possible, but from the weather report, it's apparently not going to happen again this weekend. And the only thing that we can say at this point in time is, come on, man, give us a break. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Green Man Theater Troupe has been a part of Elmhurst since 2004. And during that span, their unique sense of performance, covering all the genres, has built audience loyalty, a growing company, and provided a much appreciated local piece of theater for all of us to enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, from Green Man Troupe, Chuck Jacobson.
Ken, what we are going to do for the next 15 minutes or so is we are going to have some fun with you. We're going to do some improv things. We're going to get people up and moving. Mayor Morley, I was at your State of the City address on Tuesday, and your ability to tell bad jokes, really, you belong on stage, no question about it. So I need your indulgence for 1 second though, because there is a sound element to what we're going to do, and I need to sync up my iTunes account with the sound element.
Remember me?
Yes, of course. It's been a long time.
It sure has. A long time.
A very long time.
You do remember me, don't you?
I'm not sure. Maybe you're,
Susan!
Susan! Right, of course. And I'm Chuck.
Of course you are, silly.
Yes, well, it sure has been a long time, Susan.
It sure has. Remember all of those wonderful times we had together?
I don't really remember everything that we...
Oh, shame on you. You have forgotten, haven't you?
Well, I'm trying to remember, but I'm having kind of a...
Oh, you were always so forgetful.
I was? I mean, I was. I guess.
Me, now I have a wonderful memory. Sometimes too good for my own good. Names, faces, I never forget. Even when I want to, I can't forget. Sometimes it's a curse. But other times it's a blessing.
Then you remember me from
Oh, now you're teasing me. St. Louis?
St. Louis. You mean
The Midwest Chamber of Commerce Convention? Surely you haven't forgotten St. Louis.
You mean like St. Louis, Missouri?
Of course, Missouri, silly. Oh, you're not coming down with that Alzheimer's disease now, are you?
I don't think it could have been me that
Oh, really? With your bad memory, how have you gotten along without me?
No,
all this time?
really. I think you're confusing me with somebody
poor
else.
Chuck, always so confused.
No, actually, I think you're the one who's confused.
You know, there is something that has been confusing me. Maybe you can help me with it. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, okay, if you say so.
Now, we can talk honestly, right? The way we always used to be able to.
Like I said, I don't, I don't really remember when we used to talk.
I just wonder if I could just ask you this one little question.
Sure. Why not? What is it?
I've been wondering.
Yes?
I've been wondering. Why did you leave me in St. Louis, Chuck? We had such a wonderful thing going, I thought. You told me you loved me. We were going to go on this world cruise together after the convention was over. I let you love me. And then you left me. Why did you do that, Chuck?
What?
Just answer me that. I'll understand, really, I will. I just need to know what I did to send you away.
Just hang on, hold on. Just hang on one second here, lady. Look, I'm sorry, okay, and I really hate to tell you this, but I am certain, I mean like absolutely certain, that I am not the man that you think I am.
No, Chuck. You're not the man I thought you were. I thought you were a kind man, a loving man. I thought that you were loyal. I thought that you really cared about me and that you would take care of me until the end of days. I thought that our love was a love that would last forever. Or at least until next year's conference.
Look, I'm sure that I don't know you, okay? I mean, you know, at first I thought you might have been someone from my past, you know, like from a long time ago, but no way. I never knew you at all.
Of course. Of course. What a fool I was.
What?
I am. You must have a million different girls in a million different towns. Why should I think I would be somebody you'd remember? What was I to you after all? Nothing. But let me tell you something, Chuck. You were special to me. You were the first and only man I ever truly loved.
Miss.
Please call me Susan!
Susan, look, I've never even been in St. Louis, okay? I mean, I've been through St. Louis on the interstate, but I was just passing through.
Just passing through?
Yeah, I was...
That's all I meant to you, was somebody you were just passing through? You passed through my life and then you left me in a motel on I-70. You left me alone in a strange place with no car, no cash, no credit card, and no cell phone. I couldn't even pay the motel bill the next morning.
What? That's awful. What did you do?
Why do you care?
I was just wondering.
You didn't care then. Why should you care now?
Miss. Susan, wherever you are, look. I never left you, okay? Because I never met you. I mean, before now, okay? And whoever this Chuck guy is, it just wasn't me, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, but it just wasn't me.
Then why did you say you remembered me?
No, I just thought, hoped, without letting on, that I could figure out who you might be without embarrassing myself. Like, you know, like there was this girl that I went to grade school with who you actually look like. Okay? Or, I mean, there was this shy secretary where I used to work and, you know, without the glasses. I don't know. And then there was that girl I was with that one night in college, and but I was too drunk that night. Believe me, I don't really remember much of that. But believe me, I don't know anyone in or from St. Louis. Okay?
Let me see your hands.
Pardon me?
Your hands. Let me see your hands.
Look, I wish I could tell you that I am who you think I am, but I'm not. I mean, I can't. You understand?
They're the same hands. Oh, so soft and so gentle and so strong. Oh, these hands are saying all of the things that your lips cannot say. Oh, strong arms, so comforting, telling me that they would hold me safely until the end of days, that I would never, ever have to worry about anything ever again.
Please, miss, you're making...
Oh, those lips, whispering words to comfort me and assure me, words that I long to hear, kissing me, my ears, my neck, my body. Oh, those eyes, those beautiful, soft, radiant eyes that seem to pierce my very soul with longing and affection. You must remember me!
I don't!
Look at me, Chuck! Look at me! Have the years and sadness really changed me so much? Or are you just trying to punish me again?
Punish you?
Oh, I know why you're doing this to me. You must really hate me, don't you?
Oh, I don't hate you. Why should I hate you?
You hate me because I killed your child. Our child. Our baby.
You what?
I had to have the abortion, Chuck. I did want to do it, but I had no choice. I was alone in a strange city with no job, no friends, no family. I didn't want to do it. Please try to understand, but I had no choice.
Oh, no. Are you trying to tell me that this guy who looked like me abandoned you after he got you like that? What did you do? How did you survive?
I took things from stores and places. I did things for men who would pay me. I had no choice, but I was always faithful to you, Chuck. In my heart, I was always faithful to you.
No, I'm not this guy. I mean, I couldn't be. I'm not the sort of guy who would leave a girl stranded in a strange city. I never would have gotten you knocked like that. And if I did, I would have taken care of you. That's the sort of guy I am. I wouldn't have run away. I would have stayed with you and stuck by you.
You would? Oh, how sweet. Oh, Chuck would never have said a thing like that to me. Oh, he would never have said that, even if he'd known how badly I needed to hear that. Oh. Oh, so you're not Chuck, are you?
No. I mean, yes and no. I mean, my name is Chuck, but I'm not the Chuck that you think I am.
Oh, a lot of men could be named Chuck, couldn't they?
Right.
And a lot of them could look like him, couldn't they? A lot of them could look like you, even him, right?
Possibly.
No, I'm not crazy. I have a good memory. It's just that I keep remembering the same things over and over and over and over again. That's not crazy, is it? They tried to make me think I was. They tried to make me take pills to forget all about you, Chuck, but you know what I did. I fooled them. I didn't take those pills.
they may have just been trying to help you, Susan.
No! If you don't have your memories, then how can you be who you are?
But you might need help. I mean, you know, you might be playing some nasty tricks on you. And, but this Chuck guy, okay, this other Chuck guy, not me, okay, he did some really bad things to you, right? Okay, but he's gone now, okay? Bye-bye, he's gone, okay? And it sounds to me like they're just trying to help you forget about him and all the bad stuff that happened to you when you were with him. I mean, you just need someone to kind of help you sort through some things.
But that was supposed to be you, Chuck. What did I do to drive you away? What's wrong with me?
Nothing. Well, no, nothing. You're just a little, you're just a little confused, that's all. I mean, you're certainly an attractive woman.
Oh, I wish I were ugly, because that would make more sense.
No, but you're not ugly, not a bit.
Dumb then. I know you left me because I'm stupid.
No, you're not stupid either. You've just strayed a little bit from reality, that's all. And you need help. You need like professional help. You need someone to take you by the hand and lead you back onto the path, away from all this confusion and tangled memories, so you can be happy again.
Oh, I can. Oh, you really think I can be happy again?
Sure, you're pretty, you're smart, you deserve to have happiness back in your life again.
Oh. So you're not my Chuck after all.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Chuck wasn't really a very nice guy. He left me pregnant and broke in a seedy motel on the outskirts of St. Louis. I really loved him. And this is how he treated me.
Yeah, but not all guys are like that, though, Susan. Some guys are decent and caring and honorable, and unfortunately, some guys are like this Chuck guy, and you just had the really rotten luck to run into a really rotten guy.
Chuck was a rat. A really rotten rat. I'm sick of talking about him.
Yeah, me too.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Something nice.
Okay, what do you want to talk about now?
Let's talk about us.
By the way, I would be remiss in not recognizing the true scene stealer in that last act, Kevin O'Keefe. Keep your daytime job, Kev. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Ambassador of the Year for 2013. I would call to the dais John Zawoski of Dependable Business Forms. John is the first three-time recipient of this award. He was the Ambassador of the Year back in 1996, and again in 2000, and now again in 2013. He is the president of Dependable Business Forms, the promotional products company that he founded nearly 40 years ago. He joined the Chamber back in July of 1985 and has served as an ambassador for the past 21 years. He recently completed his second two-term stint as a member of the Elmhurst Chamber Board of Directors. As an elected director, he was a director from 2000 through 2006, and again from 2007 through 2013, serving a dozen years on the Board of Directors over that 13-year period. He is a sixth-year member of the Chamber Ways and Means Committee and has also served on the Membership Committee. He did that from 2001 to 2008. John's also active in the Villa Park Chamber of Commerce, and he was active in the now defunct Elmhurst Economic Development Corporation as a member of that not-for-profit's board of directors, as well as its membership committee. He is a longtime member of the Rotary Club of Elmhurst, serving as treasurer, secretary, vice president, and president. And who in this room hasn't been hit up by John for a donation or a raffle ticket? By the way, if you put your hand up, he will hit up on you right after he leaves the dais.
Any hands?
Yeah. Would you welcome the first three-time Ambassador of the Year, John Zawoski of Dependable Business Forum.
I noticed people are starting to leave, and the only thing I heard was make it short and sweet. I got my Ambassador of the Year under Tochi Toronis. How many here were in when Tochi was here? Not very many. Well, I enjoyed that, and I enjoy being an ambassador. I counted them one year, and I did 51 ribbon cuttings in a year. But I like to meet the new members, and I've enjoyed doing it, and I continue doing it. But how many here are ambassadors? Put your hand. See this? There's a lot of us. It's the only job you can get that you can't quit. You're an ambassador for life. I strongly advise people to get involved in the chamber, to be on a committee, to do something. I've been on most of the committees that the chamber has, and that's how you find out what's going on. I sorely gonna miss being on the board of directors this year because I don't know what's going on. But I thank you very much for this award, and I look forward to seeing you all. And I'm gonna leave you with a good pen. Anybody doesn't have one of these pens? The last thing I'm going to tell you, a little advice, stay out of the trees. And those of you who know me, you'll know what that means. Thank you.
The Elmhurst Symphony Orchestra has been part of this city's cultural fabric since 1961, and tonight we have members of the Elmhurst Symphony Strings and conducting Allison Gaines. Please welcome the Elmhurst Symphony Strings.
I found out myself tonight that the Elmhurst Symphony has been a member of the Chamber of Commerce for 40 years. So that was wonderful. So it's high time that we played at this. Anyway, we're playing a waltz by Tchaikovsky from his Serenade for Strings.
The Elmhurst Symphony Strings, ladies and gentlemen. The Elmhurst Civic Hall of Fame began in 1992, and most of its inductions took place on the Friday evenings of Elmfest. The Civic Hall presentations began at this event in 2009. The Hall of Fame is diverse in its membership, and as is our tradition, I am pleased to read to you the 21 current individuals who have been put into the Civic Hall of Fame. Joe Newton, Eleanor King Hookham, Dr. Ivan E. Frick, Joseph Wagner, Jean Hazelhorst, Robert Magnuson, Virginia Harmon, Lee Daniels, A.J. Tachi Terronez, William C. Gooch Jr., here with us this evening, Willis Johnson, here with us this evening, Fred Messerschmidt, James Van Ewick, Jackie Haddad, Thomas O. Myers Jr., Abner Gannett, Jan Pauli, Robert Schiller, Thomas Marcucci, Rich Grotsky, and last year's inductee Pete Kruger, also with us this evening. Tonight, we induct number 22 into the Civic Hall of Fame. Doug Beach has turned the Elmhurst College Jazz Band into a regional, national, and international performance group headlining concerts in 17 nations across the globe. Along the way, he's helped countless musicians find their roles and helped them to build lives inside and outside of the music industry. He's also championed the Elmhurst College Jazz Festival, now in its 47th year, and it's coming up in a few weeks, February 20 to 23. Along the way, Doug found time to win a Grammy Award, an Excellence in Teaching Award, and now the Elmhurst Civic Hall of Fame, along with many others. Now, personally, back in the early 1980s, I found myself part of a discussion at Elmhurst College, and the discussion was whether or not a certain individual by the name of Doug Beach should be made full-time, whether or not an investment in the jazz program was worth it. Fortunately for all of us, the decision was affirmative, and there's no doubt that that decision was good for all: the college, the community, the students, and for Doug. So please, Doug Beach, join me here on stage and welcome the newest inductee into the Chamber Civic Hall of Fame. And Doug, your plaque reads as follows: the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry Civic Hall of Fame, Doug Beach, a musician of merit, a composer of note, an educator of distinction, a leader worldwide, and all that jazz, presented at the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry Annual Awards event, January 31, 2014. Congratulations, Doug.
I thank you all very much. It's certainly, I'm humbled and I'm honored to be chosen for this wonderful award, and particularly with the names that Ken read off just before. I'll do all I can to try to maintain the place that those people have created in this town. And we've had a great time at Elmhurst with the band, doing all the things that we've done over the years. You know, We've traveled all over, and we've recorded a lot of albums, all of which have sold well under 1 million, I might add. And but it's been great, and I've been fortunate to have the experience I've had there. It was certainly the right place for me, and I'm thankful to all of you for being here tonight, and I'm thankful to everyone in the Chamber for this wonderful award. Thank you very much.
Now Doug gets to switch stages for our last talent showcase performer. Along with Shelley Bishop on tenor sax, Alex Strombrez on keyboard, Connor Rowe on bass, and Matt Kellen on drums, please welcome our newest Hall of Famer, Doug Beach.
I'd like to introduce to you, just quickly before we play, some wonderful musicians from the Elmhurst College Jazz Band who are here to perform for you tonight. This is Shelley Bishop on the tenor saxophone. On the drums, Matt Kellen. On the bass, Connor Rowe. And on the piano, this is Alex Strombrez. We're going to play a piece of music for you that was written by jazz great Sonny Rollins. It's a Latin piece. We hope you'll enjoy it. This is called St. Thomas. Rehearsal. One, ready? And 1, 2, 3.
Our final recognition of the night, we have the A.J. Tachitaronis Business of the Year. To present the award, we have John Quigley, Paul Cook. They'll be joined by others shortly. Gentlemen.
Thank you. I'd like to call up our previous recipients. Will the Wagners from York Furrier please join us up here? Yes, it's Resney, Wagner, sorry. Will the Wagner-Resney clan please join us? Our last year's recipients, give them a nice round of applause. And you guys are going to hold the trophy. Hold the trophy. And then you're going to hand it off to Paul when the new recipient comes up. And you might have heard about this new recipient. They've been in business, oh boy, I don't know. How do you start a bank in a trailer? Really, do you think that's the way to start a successful community bank? You say, before we even build a building, we're going to start business and we're going to do it in a trailer. And then we're going to build that building. And then later on, we're going to open up a location in the heart of the downtown. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring community banking back to the community. So when you walk in to open up an account or get a loan or you go through the drive-up, you know the person who's serving you. And more importantly, they know you. They know all about you. That's community banking, folks. I'm lucky enough to have that experience. I get it every day when I go community bank at Community Bank. It was a unique concept. And in an era of mega banks and mergers and buyouts, the idea that a small bank in a single community could do what they did, if you looked at it as a business plan, you'd stamp the failure thing on it. It's not going to happen. It just isn't going to work. But when you invest in people, as Bill Gooch did, and I'll say this for Bill, he is amazing at investing in good people. His bank's filled with it. I know, he stole my 10-year executive assistant. Thanks, Bill. And then I got to give you an award for it. Wow, that hurts. But this is a bank that back when Tachitaronis passed away, prior to the golf outing, Bill stepped forward and said, we need to do something that honors a good business and honors Tachitaronis. So we're going to buy this award, and you decide who gets it. And well, there was no doubt that that first year Community Bank was going to get it. They bought the award. But over the years, if I say to you, State of our City address, what do you think? Community Bank of Elmhurst. When I say to you, holiday business after hours, what do you think? Community Bank of Elmhurst. And throughout the 20 years since we gave that first award, not quite 20, 15 really, that has continued. The service on the board of directors, the service on committees, the sponsorship of major events. Do you know there's only been one time since the sesquicentennial in 1986, actually 2 years in a row, but only one time at a single event that fireworks were done in Elmhurst. They were done off the top floor of the parking deck in downtown Elmhurst as part of Elmfest. And guess who wrote the check for that? Community Bank of Elmhurst. And they would have continued to write the check for that, but I just couldn't keep asking them. It was just too expensive to do that, even though they would continue to. If you look at the back of the community directory every year, it's Community Bank of Elmhurst. You look at the back of our street map every biannual year, you see Community Bank of Elmhurst. They are there in so many places doing so many things. And what they do for the chamber, they do that for every organization throughout Elmhurst on a daily and annual basis. I will call up Bill Gooch, the chairman of Community Bank of Elmhurst, to be the first two-time recipient of the A.J. Tachi Taronis Business of the Year. Would you welcome Bill Gooch and Community Bank of Elmhurst?
I never got so tired of hearing trailer jokes in my whole life. I used to say, if anybody could tell me a trailer joke I haven't heard, I'll give them $1. And picture this nice little white-haired little Whistler's mother came in, and the people who were building the bank had a little thing that they were working out of back there, and she said, "Don't you think your bank is a little bit new to be branching out already?" She said, "What's this?" I said, "That's $1 and you've earned it." One of the things that occurs to me here is that we've been honoring a lot of people, and I think that one of them that we don't want to overlook is the chamber itself as a whole. John Quigley as president and CEO and his magnificent staff, Julie Miller-Sheehan, our chair this year,
Here's the $1 back.
He thinks I'm not going to take this.
Oh, I know you're going to take it.
You ever seen a banker give $1 back? With the ambassadors and all of the volunteers and all, I cannot imagine where Elmhurst would be without the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
When George Hammersmith Sr. and I were starting the bank and we took our newly appointed and elected board of directors, we challenged them to come up with a mission statement. And they did, and this is it. It is that the mission statement of the Community Bank of Elmhurst provides superior, personalized banking services, valuing our customers and community first. Now, those are good words, but a lot of times, some places, they're just words. But in any business you have, everything starts at the top, and they set the tone for the business. And in our bank, it was the Hammersmith family and a dedicated group of board of directors people that set the tone in the bank. And it filters down gently to the officers and the employees. And that's where the credit goes. Without that, the nice things you said would not have happened. We do think that we enjoy knowing the people and having them know us. And it even has some advantages sometimes. We had one lady come in to try to cash a check, and she goes up to our teller and she said, "I'd like to cash this check." And he said, "And I'm Mary Johnson." And the teller looked up and said, "No, you're not." And then she gets up and runs out the door. That's knowing your customers. I was talking with Janice Sloan, and we were talking about the magnificent job that the mayor had done. But she said what John just said, that she said, "The reason I enjoy coming into your bank is that everybody knows who I am." And it kind of clicked with me, and I was thinking, maybe this would be the start of some kind of a new advertising thing. We would be the financial Cheers, where everybody knows your name. I see Ken Bartels retching over there, over that. But It's with humble pride that I recognize that Elmhurst has a rich and positive history and a very positive and exciting future. And I thank you very much. You got a good picture.
You're right in here. You're right in here.
This is good side.
Yeah, this is good. I'm gonna get autographs later.
If you can, make us look more tan.
I do have, hold it.
Oh, sure. I got it back. Whoa.
Willis Johnson, you got a minute?
Apparently, we're completely ad-libbing. Willis, come up at your own risk here, because I got no idea what Bill's got planned for you.
I personally don't know of anybody around here that does more for Elmhurst, whether it be attracting shoppers and all into town or being himself for the entertainment. I think that many of you got the Tribune this morning, but for maybe a few of you that didn't, this was an article about Willis and Shirley Johnson in today's Tribune. You got it. So the battery's going or what? Huh?
Okay, so since Bill's leaving me with the award, I'd like to raffle this off. Do I have 1,000? 1,000. I have 1,000 in the back of the room. Who'll give me 1,500? 1,500 back there, thank you.
Now you can give it back.
Oh, yeah, now he wants it back. I want my dollar back, Bill. And by the way, Bill changed his flight plans to be in town, especially for this week for our 2 events. I'd like to thank him for that. And good luck getting out tomorrow morning, Bill.
Thank you for coming. A last round of applause for all our awardees and all our talent.
Visit elmhurst.org to explore the new City of Elmhurst website. Find out the latest Elmhurst news, pay utility bills and parking tickets, report concerns, and much more. Elmhurst.org is an ideal way to discover what Elmhurst offers your business, your family, your life.
Hi, I'm John Quigley, President and CEO of the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry. In these challenging economic times, it's imperative that our residents and businesses band together to not only shop Elmhurst, but buy Elmhurst whenever possible. We have great stores in our city center, Spring Road, Butterfield Road, York and Villette Streets, St. Charles and Route 83, North Avenue and Lake Street, along North York and even Grand Avenue. I ask for your help. Let's keep our tax dollars in Elmhurst.